to an extent,
right? Well, unless something else comes and take over. One time it was the Roman language, one time it was the Aramaic, one time it was Hebrew. This is zeitgeist. If you look at how the world evolves, at some point,
I'm not against English.
I didn't say you are, but I'm saying this is now. It so happened. Okay, fair enough. English seems to be the tool that people are using to communicate effectively, and that's where we kind of fell in since before independence and after independence. We fell into that thing. So if that correction has happened around that time, fair enough. Looking ahead now, since that happens to be the tool that we're using, right? If leadership is failing to address this, to say, okay, yeah, you guys have to translate all these things to a dialect, and then we'll look for resources to train people to deliver this thing in our local dialect so that we would enhance ourselves. That is a very, very laudable project. But the immediate impact it's having on our educational system, where is it failing? It's because the application of even the tool that we're using to enhance our communication is not being done effective.
Agreed. And part of the reason why it's not being effectively done is because the very people who are supposed to be teaching it are also inadequate in that language skill to even teach it.
Right.
So then the people they are teaching are very, very ignorant about it. Why not just go to the basic? Yeah. You see, if a teacher can teach me a mathematics, a Pythagorean theorem, but he teaches in Yoruba or in Pidgin English or in Hausa or in Igbo or in any of the major tribes, is it not better that teacher does that in a language I understand and try to teach me in English where we're both struggling to understand?
Yeah.
Yes, this is it. That's it. Because it's about knowledge. Where I keep going back to is, are we teaching a language skill or are we teaching knowledge? If we're teaching knowledge, it doesn't matter the tools which we teach it through. What matters is who we're teaching it to and how they're receiving it. Yeah. So if it's communication, there is no point me trying to teach a boy or a girl who from the very moment he woke up, it's like my uncle's kids speak Yoruba from morning till night, to only spend 6 hours in school, and I'm trying to teach him physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, history, everything in English for 7 hours. Then she go back home.
This is where the problem lies, right? For instance, where I've always seen it, being practical about the situation is easy, right? Like I said before, that's a good thinking to say, okay, let's have this translated. But hey, look, personally, I like to read anything I come across. I'm not gonna say, okay, you know what, I know how to speak Yoruba, for instance. I speak Yoruba to a degree, right? I can count how many books that are written in Yoruba that I would want to consume. I can count them, off the top of my head, that I've actually seen, apart from the Bible and a few other books, in Yoruba. And most of them are mostly drama and all these things. I can count that. Now you're looking at a situation where you have a child growing up. Now you look at extents, how that's going to affect him in terms of years. You have a child growing up. You say, okay, you implement something where you're going to learn how to speak a particular language within 3 years. Within 3 years, you can speak Igbo. Fair enough, right? You've clocked Igbo. Now, I want to enhance myself. I like speaking Igbo. My English is kind of flawed. I just have it as a tool. I can speak Hausa to a degree. But you know what? I want to go and do theoretical physics, for instance. I want to go and learn how to, land a spaceship on the moon. I'm not going to get anybody to translate that for me. If I don't get it, I have to go and look for a book where that has been written in Igbo to enhance my own self. Now, let's call a spade a spade. You're not going to get that.
That's not true.
You're not going to get a book written in Igbo that tells you exactly how to go and land a spaceship in the moon.
If the book is already written in Greek or in Chinese or in English or in Spanish or in an alien language that people understand, it can be easily translated.
That's not what I'm saying.
I
didn't say it's not going to be translated. I said you're
if
not.
We decide,
1 minute. I'm not saying it's not going to be translated. That's a different method. Every book can be translated. All these books here can be translated. But I'm not going to get a book specifically written in Igbo language by an Igbo person to say this is the thing that will take you to this place and this is how you do it.
Brother,
are you?
Brother, at the moment, this has to be a policy thing from the top. It's not something you and I on a level where we say things. If it was a policy thing from the top, and we know in Imo State, majority of what they're going to be teaching is in Igbo. The first key thing they're going to do is to translate all these books That in English, in French, in Spanish, in Greek, in Latin, in whatever language, into Igbo language. That's why I say something that you have to plan for.